Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine and safe at home. I'm fine too. This is week 8 and lecture number 2. We have started the chapter number 12, coordination and control, and the topic under discussion is endocrine system. Today we'll discuss that pituitary gland and thyroid gland. Here are some objectives to summarize the functions of the endocrine system and to describe the adrenal and thyroid glands. First of all, we will see what are the glands and what is the endocrine system. The activities such as growth, reproduction, maintenance of glucose concentration in the blood, reabsorption of the water in the kidneys, and many more functions, they are needed to be regulated, and endocrine system perform this job. This system uses the chemicals to communicate with these effectors. These chemicals are known as hormones. A hormone is a specific messenger molecule synthesized and secreted by an endocrine gland. So we can say, like our central nervous system, which control all the activities of the body, there is another system which is endocrine system. This system contains the glands, and these glands, they secrete the different types of chemicals which are known as hormones, and they are having the different types of body function. Important endocrine glands like pituitary glands. It is a pea-shaped gland attached to the hypothalamus of the brain. Many hormones like trophic hormones of the pituitary gland influence the secretions of the other endocrine glands. However, some hormones of this gland act directly on various tissues of the body. There are two lobes of the pituitary gland, anterior lobe and the posterior lobe. This gland is situated in this is a pea-shaped gland, and this is just attached to the hypothalamus of the brain, and it secretes many trophic hormones and which directly influence on the body, and some hormones directly act on the various tissues of the body. It contains the two lobes, posterior lobe and anterior lobe. Here you can see the anatomy of the pituitary gland. It is situated with the hypothalamus, which is a part of the brain, and you can see here is the posterior pituitary and the rest of the anterior pituitary parts. Pituitary gland is present beside the hypothalamus. Here you can see clearly. It's a pea-shaped. It's a very small, not a large gland. Anterior lobe. It produces many hormones. One of its important hormone is somatotropin. It is a growth hormone which is very essential for our growth. And in some individuals, if this hormone is not released, so they cannot grow properly, and so this hormone can be artificially needed by these individuals, so their growth can be properly grown up. It promotes the growth of the body. If the production of this hormone is diminished during the growing age, the rate of the growth decreases. This condition is called dwarfism. If this hormone is excessively produced during the growing age, it leads to the gigantism, very tall and overweight. So both situations are not good. So in the normal conditions, this hormone is needed by the body. Posterior lobe. Posterior lobe of the pituitary gland stores and secretes two types of hormones, oxytocin and vasopressin, antidiuretic hormone. These hormones are produced by the hypothalamus, a part of the brain. Vasopressin increases the rate of the reabsorption of the water from the nephrons. So it can control the different salts and the water in the body by the kidneys. Next is the thyroid gland. This is the largest endocrine gland in the human body. It is present in the neck region below the larynx, from where the voice is produced. It produces a hormone called thyroxine. Iodine is the required for the production of this hormone. If the person lacks iodine in diet, thyroid gland cannot make its hormone. In this condition, thyroid gland enlarges. This disorder is called goiter. So you can say it is the largest endocrine gland and produces the hormone named thyroxine, and iodine is needed for the production of this hormone. This hormone has many more functions in the body. You can see in the diagram where it is situated. It is just near the larynx or trachea. And if the enlarged thyroid, it is called goiter. And the normal thyroid you can see also in the diagram. Thyroid gland or thyroid hormone, it acts on the blood vessels, kidney, heart, and regulate the many functions, like it acts on the kidney and it reabsorption of the sodium ions, it is increased. And when if it acts on the blood vessels, there are different types of activities which are performed by this hormone. Thyroxine increases the breakdown of food, oxidation and release of energy in the body. It is also responsible for the growth of the body. Hypothyroidism is caused by the underproduction of the thyroxine, and it is characterized by low energy production in the body and slowing down of the heartbeat. So hypothyroidism is a condition in which there is a low amount of this hormone, and so slowing down of the heartbeat and other activities. There is another condition which is called hyperthyroidism, and it is caused by the overproduction of the thyroxine. Its symptoms are increased in the energy production, increased heartbeat, frequent sweating and shivering of the hands. The thyroid gland produces another hormone called calcitonin. It decreases the levels of the calcium ions in the blood and promotes the absorption of the calcium from the blood into the bones. First, we will see the hyperthyroidism is a condition in which this hormone is increased in the body, and so what are the effects? There is increased heartbeat and frequent sweating and shivering of the hand. So both conditions, hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism, both are not good for the body. So it should be in normal conditions or in normal amounts. And there is another hormone that is produced by the thyroid gland, that is calcitonin, which maintains the amount of calcium in our body. So the calcium is maximum absorbed by the bones and bones become strong. Here is an assignment, students. You have to write a note on the structure and function of the thyroid gland, and you have to submit it before the next lecture. And the next lecture we will discuss some other important hormones, endocrine hormones. So read it properly so that we can discuss it in other lecture. Okay, thank you very much. See you in the next lecture. Allah Hafiz.